Man, let me tell you about the time this HOA nightmare turned my life upside down. Started with a clang that still rings in my ears, you know? It was 7:12 on a crisp Wednesday morning, sun just peeking over those cookie-cutter roofs in Oak Ridge Meadows, when Victoria Langley Pierce, our self-appointed neighborhood overlord, snapped those bolt cutters through my security chain like she owned the world. That metallic bite echoed through the silence, turning her from busybody boss to federal fugitive in a heartbeat, because what she didn't know was that pickup truck wasn't just mine. It was loaded with $285,000 in top-secret gear for my federal gang task force ops. And messing with it? That's the kind of mistake that costs you everything. See, I'm Jake Harlan Thompson, Army Reserve cop turned Fed agent hunting down street syndicates, and a few months back, I thought inheriting Nana Louise's old place would be my rock. Rent it out while I'm deployed. Keep her memory alive. That warm smell of her apple pies and that creaky porch swing where she'd school me on life after Mom and Dad's accident when I was just a kid. "Jake, honey," she'd say, her voice soft but steel strong. "Bullies come in all shapes, but you face 'em smart, not swinging wild." Oak Ridge was supposed to be peaceful. Those $120 monthly dues buying you manicured lawns and that fake sense of community. But Victoria? She was the poison in the punch. 48 years old, realtor with a shiny black Mercedes, married to Edward on the town board, thinking her rule book made her queen. She'd nitpick fairy lights in February or measure your hedges with a tape like it was life or death. Power trip city, fueled by this deep grudge against folks like us, military types. 'Cause we messed with her vision of pristine suburbia, unpredictable schedules and all, especially since Edward had his eye on flipping the neighborhood for upscale townhomes and transient families like mine. We were bad for business, lowering property vibes or whatever nonsense she spun. 2 weeks into my overseas stint, sand in my boots dodging real threats, she emails a violation. My task force truck's an unauthorized eyesore, slapped with $40 daily fines piling up while I'm out there keeping streets safe. My sister Emily, sweet kindergarten teacher Emily, drives over to plead my case, shows deployment papers, offers to tarp the thing. "Please, Mrs. Pierce, he's serving our country." But Victoria just sneers down at her, arms crossed like a fortress. "Rules don't bend for sob stories, dear. If your brother's too busy playing hero to follow standards, maybe this isn't the spot for your kind." Emily calls me later, voice cracking over the line, that familiar kitchen echo behind her. "Jake, she hinted Edward could pull strings at the school board, make things tough for me. And I found out it's not just us, bro. The Millers got dinged for their vet's motorcycle being too noisy. The Garcias fined for unkept yards while hubby's deployed. It's like she's got a hit list." Digging deeper, Emily uncovers the real dirt. Victoria's been faking HOA bylaws since 92 originals exempted government rigs, but she's twisting them to push us out, all tied to Edward's shady deals, pre-selling lots he doesn't own, including Nana's, to developers hungry for luxury builds and military families. We fight back too hard, don't sell cheap under pressure. Things heat up fast. She sends a certified letter demanding tow in 24 hours, carbon copied to Edward's office and cops, claiming safety hazards that are pure fiction, and Emily spots the tow guy circling like a shark. "Jake, she's out there now, snapping pics, measuring every inch," Emily whispers, panic threading her words. And that's when Victoria crosses into my yard, flashlight probing the truck's windows at midnight, trying the doors, guards she hired jotting notes on the gear inside. My heart pounds 8,000 miles away, that helpless rage bubbling like desert heat. How dare this suburban snake threaten my family's legacy while I'm risking it all? But Nana's words echo, "Fight smart." So I loop in my JAG lawyer, Sergeant Lisa Ramirez, who goes nuclear. "Thompson, this ain't HOA games. She's tampering with Fed assets. That's felony territory, plus Service Members Relief Act shields your stuff." We activate the truck's trackers. Boom, footage shows her trespassing 14 times, guards snapping classified comms pics, and Emily's sleuthing reveals the motives darker. Old meeting notes where Victoria lobbies against vet housing aid, calling us unstable elements that tank resale values, all to grease Edward's condo scheme, even stressing Nana in her last days with bogus citations that spiked her blood pressure. Made her whisper on her deathbed, "Don't let 'em steal our home, Jake." That's when the counterpunch lands hard. I remote trigger alerts pinging Homeland, and Captain Mike Ellis jumps in. "How quick you want this suburban witch hunt ended, Thompson?" Victoria escalates, desperate now, Hires goons to patrol, spread whispers, I'm dangerous. Got PTSD risks in the driveway. Turning neighbors cold, even hitting Emily's job with rumors she's unfit around kids. Emily calls sobbing. They're painting you as some loose cannon, Jake. Parents are pulling kids from my class. And it guts me. That sand grit taste of fury while I can't hug her. But we flip it. Her phone recordings catch the guards admitting surveillance on Fed gear, turning their intimidation into evidence gold. Victoria panics more. False reports to every agency, claiming militia threats from vets rallying around us. Even bribes Emily outside the store, shoving an envelope. Take $40K, find a better fit for military trash. Her voice dripping venom, but Emily stands tall, recording it all. You think money erases harassing heroes? Feds trace it back, add bribery to the pile, and when Victoria plants bugs in Emily's car, tries smearing her as radical, it blows wide. Interstate HOA networks sharing anti-military policies, RICO-level conspiracy for profit, discriminating to clear land. The climax hits like a storm. Victoria, bathrobe flapping at dawn, bolt cutters in hand, screeching at the fleeing tow driver. It's abandoned junk. I'm in charge here. Military perks don't trump my rules. As Emily films, neighbors forming a shield. Old Mr. Ellis, Korea vet, booming. You touch that truck, you go through us first. Feds swarm, marshals at the gate, she relocked. Open up, ma'am, or add obstruction to your tab. And Victoria spits back wild-eyed. Your authority means nothing in my domain. Handcuffs click, her face crumbling as charges roll. Theft of Fed property compromising anti-gang ops, embezzling $162K in dues for Edward's scams, civil rights conspiracy, elder abuse that hastened Nana's end. Edward bolts but slams into agents, his empire crashing. 16 months later, she's doing 7 years, no parole, coughing up $528K restitution. He's banned from politics forever. Development seized. Now Oak Ridge thrives. Emily's HOA prez, turning it into a vet haven with a memorial garden on their old lot, kids swinging where tyranny ruled, and our Thompson Vet Rights Fund helps families nationwide, sparking laws shielding service folks from this crap. But here's the twist that still nags me. Was Victoria pure evil, or just a product of that cutthroat suburb chase for status and cash, where community crushes the very people protecting it? Makes you wonder if we're all one power trip from becoming the villain. What do you think? Righteous justice, or overkill on a misguided busybody? Drop your HOA horror stories below. Share if you've faced similar BS, and hit subscribe if you believe vets deserve better than backyard battles. Let's chat in the comments. Your take could spark the next big change.